Chunk of Merseyside are holding their breath as well, and he scores. William scores for Chelsea, and Liverpool edge nearer the Premier League title. And it's at the moment when 30 years of hurt in Liverpool finally comes to an end. There's the full-time whistle, and Liverpool are the champions.
Yes, we're back again with another episode of The Front Three with myself, Big Will, AJ, and Coach Dan. Guys, we had to do a special episode today, innit?
Boy, obviously it's special because for the Liverpool fans anyway, right? Obviously Liverpool won the league and that. So obviously we have to do a little special episode to kind of delve into Liverpool. You get me? The fans want to hear something from the front three. So we're here, we're live. Come on, baby.
Coach?
They deserve it, guys. They deserve it. They deserve it. So I'm very happy to pay a bit of respect to what has been a great season.
Yeah, it's been a great season. And to help us with this episode, we've got a very special guest. So he's a semi-pro. He goes by the name of Zino, and he plays for Biggleswade FC. Zino, welcome to the show.
Thank you. So, listen, the privilege is an honor to be here with you guys. So thank you for having me.
Zino.
Zino. Oh, man. Thank you.
Maybe we should call this one the front four today, I think.
Yeah, today.
The front four. We're in a 4-2-4 formation at the moment. So
let's keep front three. Zino is on the bench. Listen, I'll be feeding you guys, man. I'll play behind you. Yeah, you'll be feeding us with water when we come off. Yeah. Wait. Dan. In the front three, yeah, what are you playing? At top? Bro, I'm the assister, bro. I assist.
Let's talk Liverpool.
Okay, so I'm sure you know by now that last Thursday Liverpool won their first league title for 30 years after Chelsea beat their closest rivals, Manchester City, at Stamford Bridge last Thursday. So the Reds, they won the league, having been 23 points clear and with 7 games remaining. Guys, what an achievement for this Liverpool team.
Well, look, I always say the numbers speak for themselves. Do you know what I mean? To be 23 points clear in the Premier League, you ought to win the title. Do you know what I mean? It says a lot about the standard of the league, number one. But then also, if we look at how Liverpool have done it and the style of football that they've played to, achieve winning a Premier League title, for the first time in 30 years, guys, that's older than me. Do you know what I mean? It's a huge achievement. Do you know what I mean? It's a huge achievement. And I think every Liverpoolian, is that what we call them? And every Liverpool supporter should be proud of what the team has achieved. I mean, for me, personally, I think it's Jurgen Klopp's greatest achievement.
Yeah, I'll echo that. I think he's done a phenomenal job. And to have won the league, which is quite crazy because we've known some great teams in the Prem, and like hearing this is the earliest the league has ever been won in the Premiership. Great, man. They've done wonders this season. So all the best.
Zino?
Obviously, I agree with the boys, and also the reason why this victory and then the way they won it is even bigger than people are saying, is because they stopped Man City winning 3 titles in a row. But I think by the end of last season, people were talking about, can Man City do the 3P? Can they create a dynasty? Even going into last season, everyone thinking, Man City will win the title, but we have to give credit where credit is due. So Liverpool won it, but it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. So yeah, we have to give where credit is due still.
I think that, what you're saying is true. They've kind of broken Man City's kind of stranglehold on the Premier League, which has been going on for the past few seasons. But also, one thing we've got to remember as well is, like you're saying rightly, at the end of last year, everyone was like, City are going to win the league again, blah, 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 rare. But, last season, if you guys remember, Liverpool were on the verge. They just had so many inconsistent performances. And I just feel like they just sharpened up this year. And look, like I said, you know, the numbers don't lie, man. To be 23 points clear, it's no joke thing, man. They've
Do you
really
know,
done
but
that.
you know what it is, yeah? Do you know what it is as well, yeah? If you looked at the numbers from last season from Liverpool, yeah, Liverpool only lost one game last season, you know. They just kept drawing. And then
Yeah, that's what I mean.
if you look at the start of this season, there were a lot of last-minute goals or in the last 10 minutes winners
True.
where last season they failed to do. So
They
you
were
have to give
drawing
credit
last
up.
season. Yeah, that's a good point.
And that's what I'm
a good
saying.
point.
Like the inconsistencies in their performances last season, it crippled them. But this year, like you're saying, you know, like they found ways to win. Like, you know, last minute winners. You know, where they're just last minute winners. Were, and it was like, whoa, okay, you know. And as you know, the commentators they say, you know, is this the form of champions? You know, champions know how to grind out results. And I feel like this year Liverpool have ground out a lot of results. And yeah, man, they stepped up a level in terms of their consistency. I think that's the key word for this Liverpool team this year.
Yeah, definitely.
And then do you think that what happened last year influenced, like Zino was saying, that they had a lot of games where they were drawing or losing and they came back to win this year? Do you think having lost it last year and having gone so close last year, that was the reason why they won it this year?
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
Gone.
I think, yeah, man, because look, I think everyone at Liverpool knew that they had the talent to win the league. They had the hard working mentality to win it. It was just a matter of, you know, focus and let's be consistent with it. Do you know what I mean? Because last year the front three were equally as unreal as they have been this season. It's just the consistency and, you know, being focused. You know, I think in the back of all their minds, I don't know if Klopp would have mentioned it, but in the back of their minds, they would have thought, look, last season we were close, or we let ourselves down. Do you know what I mean? So this season, it's kind of like, it's in our hands. We know if we play near enough to the best of our ability every game, we'll win the league.
Yeah, and to add on that, if you looked in the last 3 seasons, Liverpool went to the finals twice. So going into each season, Liverpool main target is the Premier League because they haven't won in so long. And Man City target would be the Champions League. So it was kind of the opposite. So Man City were doing so well in the league, but they couldn't go far in the Champions League. Liverpool were doing so well in the Champions League, but they couldn't do it in the Premier League. So I think after winning or after going to 2 final straights, the focus was more onto the league. So that's why they went all out in the league. Even they weren't even that disappointed when they lost against Atletico because they knew that if we carry on this form, they can still win the league.
I will just add to that. I'll just add to that. I know we mentioned Sola, they were inconsistent. Honestly, last season, I don't even think it's about consistency. Because I think Zino even mentioned the amount of games they lost the whole of season in the Premiership. They finished on 97 points, guys. Yeah, City just piped them to the title with 1 point. If you look across the whole of Europe, they would have won all the other leagues with the amount of points they had. You see what I mean? And that we've mentioned as well, 2 seasons ago, not including this one, they went to the Champions League final and lost to Madrid. The following season, you can just imagine the team talk and the motivation that Jurgen Klopp, that's what I call him now. I call him Jurgen Klopp. Oh, he would have had...
What does that mean, though? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Bro, the Klopp in Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
And I've changed the L and I call him Jurgen Klopp, bro. He owns Liverpool now, bro.
No creativity, bro.
I had to explain it to you. Just remember that. But what was I saying? So the level of motivation, it wouldn't be as much. Because look, this is how it all goes, right? We've gone to the Champions League final, and we can all admit they lost that game due to some horrendous mistakes by the goalkeeper who just
some Sunday league keeping.
Right? So then he goes and rectifies that situation, brings in arguably the best goalkeeper in the world right now, right? And the next season they go and win it. That same season they lose the league by 1 point. You can just imagine the next season is going in, guys. You know you can do this. Just repeat what we did last year, and let's see what happened. And they've stand up to the challenge, and I respect that so highly because, I mean, you guys, Zino, yourself, and AJ, you've been in team dynamics, and you can attest to the fact that it's not easy. You see what I'm saying? It's not easy to sort of consistently build for 3 years coming now, and I just hope I just hope, just for the good of football and everything, they can go even next year and the year after and show us what they can really do. Because the build up to where they are right now has been magnificent, and I respect that whole team so highly. Jurgen Klopp.
No, 100%. I think what you're saying is so key. And in terms of last season, like you were saying, it wasn't that, I feel like in terms of their performances against the lower teams, they were a bit inconsistent. And those are the type of question their motivation, do they really want to win the league, But then I guess, when you look at it, look, guys, sometimes it's impossible to be playing at your best all the time. Do you know what I mean? Even this season, it's not every game they were at their best, but they just found ways to win. And I feel like it just comes from the manager. And I think for him, even coming into this season, he's improved. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how he's found ways to improve that team, but he keeps on finding ways to improve them, to bed in the consistency. And it's crazy because even when you look at this Liverpool team, even when the subs come on, they know the plan, they know the game, they know what they've been sent out to do. It's like they're all perfectly singing off the same hymn sheet. And it's just been an amazing thing to watch from 3 years ago, Jurgen Klopp coming in, building, and and coming to this stage right now. I think I was watching the interview, when they won the league, and he came on in a hotel to do an interview, and he got emotional to the point where he left. And I just think probably in that moment he was just thinking of all the hard work he's put in, and how it's all amounted to, them winning their first league in 30 years, man. It's been somewhat of an incredible story.
Yeah, and let's just sort of look at the story behind the numbers. So far, they've amassed 86 points with 28 victories, 2 draws, 1 defeat from 31 games. So at one stage, they led the table by 25 points. So that's a record gap between a side in the first and second flight in English football. So they could still register the most wins in a season. The record is 32. The most home wins, 18. Most away wins, 16. And the biggest winning margin, 19 points. So even though they've won the league, they still can hit so many other historical targets. So guys, those are the raw numbers, but if we look beyond the numbers, what has been the reasons behind their success this season?
Before you lot answer, I just like to add, when they face City in a few days' time, I don't think they're going to be doing that points record, man. I think City will just pipe them, man. But anyway, let's answer the question.
Just to answer the question, I think the biggest difference for me when I watch Liverpool is game management. When Klopp came, Liverpool were just focusing on goals. We have to outscore the team. Yeah, that's even the reason why they couldn't even gain so many points in the Premier League. They were just focusing on scoring and less about defending. So when Van Dijk and Gomez and Matip came to the club, they focused on that defensive side. So even if you are 2-0 up, that is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you look at the scores this season, there hasn't been many like 5-0, 5-0, 4-0, or them type of crazy scorelines. But there's been like 1-0, 2-1, 2-0. So they know that after 2-0, the game itself, like, no more mistakes. We have to concentrate. We can't let any goals in. That's what Man City do so well. That when they lead by 2 or 3, you're not coming back. There's no way. So I think taking care of the football in important times, that's what's been the difference between Liverpool this year and last season.
Yeah, and Zino, just to jump on that point, if you remember, before Klopp came, they had Brendan Rodgers, and like you said, his philosophy was like score as many goals as possible. And even this season, if you remember that season when they came so close to winning it, when Gerrard made that slip against Chelsea, it was the fact that if you look back at that Crystal Palace game, they go 3-0 up, and then they end up drawing the game 3-3, and that result changed obviously the way the championship went. So that's a very
that type of game in this club side would never ever happen. Never, because even at 3-2, the amount of changes that Klopp would have made, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at 3-2, Rodgers would have gone for the 4th one.
Yeah,
but definitely. The way Klopp manages his game, like 3-2, right, cool. Let's just not part of the bus, but let's just defend more and keep the ball. I think that's the difference between them and Klopp.
Yeah,
I think one thing we need to mention. I agree with everything you two have said, by the way. Another thing is Klopp came in because look. I want to look at, if we look at Brendan Rodgers, the reason why, truth be told, why, it was let's outscore the other team because the defense was poor.
Mm.
That's just the bottom line. He didn't know how to fix that defense, so he was like, okay, we can't defend. What can we do? We used to score more than the other team. I'll be honest. So one thing that Klopp came in and done at Liverpool was he shored up the defense. And so for the attacking players, you know, I don't know, Zino, you probably agree with me as we play football. When you know you've got a solid defense behind you, when you're playing in that front three, you have no fear. You have no fear. You go in there and you go, I know my defense behind me is solid and we won't leak goals. So let's cause havoc. And even if we lose the ball, I know my midfielder, the hard runner, Jordan Henderson, Wijnaldum, who's quality on the ball but strong and athletic, they'll win the ball back and give it back to us and we'll be relentless in our attack. So I think one thing that Klopp looked at was the defence. How can I have a solid defence, solid keeper that will give us the platform for us to build off? And then the genius that he is then he modified it. So the defence is the basis of keeping goals out, but it's also the base of where they start most of their attacks in the fullback region. And this is where he defined the game, where he's kind of looked at the fullbacks in the English game especially, and he's gone, do you know what? You will be where we will attack from. And one of the first managers to bring that into English football was Jose Mourinho, especially through Ashley Cole. If you've never heard him speak about Ashley Cole and how they used to start their attacks through them, go and find the interviews.
That's actually very true still.
Yeah, so that's what Klopp did. He's gone, okay, we'll build a strong foundation in defence, but our defence will also be our weapon. And guys, man, and then when you got people who can hold down the midfield like Fabinho and Jordan Henderson, so when the fullbacks fly forward, they drop in and, you know, secure the back line alongside a world-class defender like Van Dijk and an up-and-coming star like Gomez. Look, and then you've got creative dons up front doing what they need to do. Nah, man, he looked at that defence, he plugged the hole in the defence because he knew what he had going forward would terrorise any team on any day. So, yeah. I don't know what coach thinks.
Yeah, you guys have spoken a lot of truth to the whole situation. I just wanted to look at it in a certain angle. So I think we can all, as you guys have attested to it, you know, I suppose the saying goes, attack will win you games, but the defense will win you like titles and stuff. Yeah. And I think you guys will attest to it. This defensive sort of like stability they've got is the best you've seen at Liverpool for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And even under Benitez as well.
Right, yeah. You're absolutely right. And
100%.
Like in thinking about it as a coach's perspective, right, and I was thinking, look, why is it that Jurgen Klopp was able to come to the club and be trusted to build a team that he was able to, right? Because he's been under the same ownership. And I'm just thinking about sometimes the reputation you have with you coming to a club helps a lot in the amount of money you're able to spend and the freedom to go out in the market and express yourself. Because this guy, when he went to the Champions League final, he understood or saw like his first season when he first came, he saw like took inventory of what he had and knew who to go and get. When we look at even Pep when he first joined Manchester City, right? He thought, let me try and see what I can do with this team I had. And the team he had when he first joined, he couldn't do anything with them. So next season, what he done, got rid of everyone and brought in players that he could trust to bring forth the type of football he wants to play. And I think it was the same thing with Jurgen Klopp, in the sense that, you know, when you can be trusted because of what you've done in the past, like what he did with Dortmund and how he was able to win a team that goes to Champions League finals, and that clubs are more willing to sort of like support your vision and dreams and ideas. And I suppose that's what helped him, you know, to build the team that he had. Because no way, looking at Brandon Rodgers, and I'll think, well, he didn't think he needed a better defense than what he had. You see what I mean? But perhaps they wouldn't trust to invest that much money in him because he didn't have no previous pedigree coming to coach. Although he did okay, he didn't have like the pedigree of being in Europe and stuff like that when he joined Liverpool. So I feel like that can also sometimes play into sort of the support you receive from clubs. You see the support sort of like Mourinho gets when he goes to certain clubs and stuff like that. And so I think that has been a big help to Jurgen Klopp to for the club to have invested to get the best goalkeeper, to get the listen, for Kompany, for Vincent Kompany, who conquered the Premiership, to open his mouth and utter the words that he feels, Virgil is the best defender the Premiership has ever seen, no matter who you are. Just like take a step back and just listen to that. course, yeah, he himself, Vincent Company, he's in the pot for that accolade as the best defender. So for him to say that makes you think, wow. And the money they spent on him wasn't any joke of a money, it was top dollar. And I suppose that's it,
But company got caught. He's just a prisoner of the moment. For you to name Van Dijk as the best, look, I understand if it says like this season in the world, I get that, but ever, like, you're disrespecting every defender has played in the Premier League.
No, I don't think that's what it is, Zino. I don't think that's what it is.
It is disrespecting though, because how can you give a title of the best ever when you haven't won anything in the Premier League yet? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you're being disrespectful to the Terrys, the Ferdinands, and the rest.
No, but I think his point that he was making, I think he clarified himself, was the fact that he's not seen a defender has so much influence on a team and change them from complete, like the outfield they were before he joined. It was completely different. I think he joined them in January, and when he joined them, the points they picked up to where they are now, it showed with the fact that he was nominated for Ballon d'Or this year. Do you see what I mean? And so
I agree with you, like, in terms of like him changing the whole team. Like, he actually, like, his impact on the team was like, we never seen it before. But to say that he's like, for me, greatest comes with achievements. Like, if you said he's the best ever, then you're talking about like the difference between best and greatest. Best is focusing on your abilities and what you do on the pitch. Greatest, he focuses on your ability as well, but he focuses on your achievements. You cannot be the greatest at something with no trophies. You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
fair enough. But the word he used was best, though. The word he used was best, not the greatest.
Best is definitely in the conversation, but greatest, I don't think he's even top 5.
We'll leave that for another podcast. We will.
Yeah. I just wanted to touch on what Coach said about Jurgen Klopp and his reputation kind of preceded him when he went into Liverpool. I think that's so true. And I think one thing Klopp would have told him was like, look, I can win you the league, yeah? I've got the attributes to win you the league. Like, I'm a top manager, but you need to back me. Do you see what I'm saying? So he went in there and he would have just been honest. With this team right now, I can't win the league. But I guarantee you in 3 years, I think he actually said this, I can win you the league. You just have to back me. Now, if you're the board member or the chairman of the club and you're sat back and you have a manager who's just taken his team into the Champions League final, a team that arguably maybe shouldn't have been in the Champions League final at that time, if we look at the teams that were in the world, that were doing well in the world at the moment, you are sat there and this guy has come in all guns blazers and said to you, look, I'm not going to lie to you, with the team that you have now, you're not going to win anything. But I guarantee you, within the next 3 to 4 years of this project, I will win you the league. You just have to back me. I think that, of course, you're going to back him because, number one, you're going to think, who the hell is this guy? What kind of audacity is this? His track record proves himself. Why not? Why not?
But I think to add that, I think the reason why I would give Klopp more credit, the reason why I will give Klopp more credit is because usually, when you come into a team, you're like, the way Pellegrini came to Man City already had the spine. So they are Joe Hart, Company, Toure, Silva, and a goal. So he was already set up. If you look at the team that won the Champions League, and look at the team he started with, I don't think there's anyone who started with Klopp that is there now. You know what I'm saying? So he started from the bottom, like he started from scratch. So you have to give him more credit to Klopp because he actually done with not. But usually you go into a club and players already there. Like the way he's done it, it's basically the same team that won with Ancelotti. So the spine was already there. You just have to motivate your players. But Klopp, he started from zero. No, even started from minus. He started from minus. Maybe he started from minus. So
I think he started from minus because he had players like Jordan Henderson. But look at the way he's improved him.
I think Hendo was the only one there. Yeah, I think.
I don't think if the past Liverpool players hear this, they'll be happy with you too, you know.
No, but coach, let's look at it like this. If you look at the squad that he had,
come on, man.
If you look at the squad that they had, if you look at the squad they had then and the squad now, he's done over the years. He's done a major overhaul, but he has kept Henderson and he's improved him. Trent Alexander-Arnold, he saw Trent coming through and he improved him. Remember that he could have easily just overhauled the squad like sold Henderson because there was a point where people were like, "Oh, Henderson's leaving." He was linked to so many other clubs, you know. And then I think around them times was also when people were questioning whether he was good enough for England. And then you got this youngster coming through, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Is he seems like a decent right back. Would you trust a youngster coming into the first team? So even in regards to veteran players, like you've got to give him credit for that as well.
100%, bro. 100.
There's no Liverpool player that when he inherited the squad that me personally I would have kept.
And interestingly, he sold off Coutinho as well.
But he had to though,
and it shows that Klopp knew what he had and knew what he was going to do. Like the guy, fam. Sometimes you look at Klopp and you hear the way he speaks and he jokes about heavy metal and stuff like that. That I feel that people actually look past the fact that this guy is an extremely intelligent being. Like he's very, very intelligent.
So talking about Klopp, then obviously now this season he's gone ahead with Liverpool. They've won the Premier League. They've won the Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup, the FIFA Club World Cup. And if you look at his time at Dortmund, they won back-to-back Bundesligas, which is saying a lot given the fact they've got Bayern Munich in the league. When he was at Mainz as well, he led them to promotion to the German top flight league, and then they finished 11th with little resources. Where does he stand now in terms of other managers who are heralded as sort of the best, like Guardiola, Mourinho, for example? Where would you put him in that conversation?
I personally wouldn't put Klopp there yet where Mourinho's and Pep. Obviously, if you're talking about right now, he's number one, no doubt. But to say like he's up there with Mourinho and Pep, he hasn't, like, his biggest achievement have come in the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And even that, he's got one Premier League and one Champions League. Like, Pep has got, and Mourinho have got multiples of trophies. So it's unfair. It's unfair to you, Klopp, because it's too early to put him in that conversation. But I believe in this time of moment, he's the best coach.
Yeah. I forgot about Zidane as well. You can also put Zidane in that conversation as well.
Zidane, I believe Zidane is a. How can I even say it? I think Zidane is a better manager than coach. The reason why I say you don't see Zidane improving players from A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
Is the way he managed them. You know what I'm saying? As I go back to you, my first point, when he joined Real Madrid, they already won the Champions League. You know what I'm saying? So he just had to manage them and put them in their head like, listen, you can win this. And for them to do it 3 times in a row, that's not down to coaching. That's more down to managing. Like, how are you gonna keep your players motivated?
Yeah,
and all that stuff. So I think Zidane has the better longevity so far, but
Klopp is
at
catching.
the moment, yeah, it's catching. Therefore. If he can win back-to-back Premier League, then we can talk. Talk. But at the moment, it's still got a long way to go.
Coach Dan?
Zino's made some good points, but I would have to humbly disagree.
Humbly, yeah.
I humbly disagree. I think you mentioned it yourself, right? At the time where he was at Dortmund, okay, and he won. Was it back to back here with Dortmund?
Back-to-back, yeah.
Bayern Munich. We know how dominant Bayern Munich was, yeah. I think what put him into the category of these so-called great managers, Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, or whoever you want to talk about, yeah, is that, look, he's a manager that has a vision. Not only that, he knows how to actualize that vision. He knows the players he needs. He did the same thing with Dortmund. He's done the same thing with Liverpool.
Yeah.
When I tell you guys, yeah, it's not easy. Yeah. You just have to. No, I don't even want to say you have to trust me, but you just have to, like, just imagine it yourself, yeah? Look at all these managers that are in the world of football, right? Do we think they don't have visions? They do. All of them have, yeah, visions of what they want to achieve as managers, how they wish the teams to play. The actual getting it done, making sure your team actually plays the football you have envisioned, yeah? that is the difficult thing. And he's a manager that's always been able to express his vision on the pitch.
Yeah, but but what you have to understand, is that at some point, Klopp kept losing every final. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, it was up to you when they won the Champions League that you broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the finals he's been in, he's lost. So he's only won for the last 2 years. So you putting him in that category, like, you're disrespecting the Mourinho's. Because Mourinho's in finals, you already know what's going to happen.
Can I ask you something? How many finals has Mourinho got to in the Champions League?
2, I believe.
2. How many times has he won?
2.
2. How many finals has Jurgen Klopp got to?
3.
How many has he won?
1.
1. So, yeah, he's managed to get to Champions League with 3 teams. 3 times, yeah. 1 was with Dortmund, and as good as Dortmund were, yeah, you can all attest to the fact that, yeah, they achieved more than their quality would have allowed them. And they played Bayern Munich that season, and they narrowly lost. They narrowly lost that game, yeah? We also will agree with me, all right, that they lost to Real Madrid mainly because of the keeper's performance. And then they build on that, and they won the Champions League final last year with no questions asked. I'm basing, the fact that I'll put him in that category based off of his achievement with his teams. He's a progressive manager. When we look at managers like even Pep Guardiola, this guy that we speak so highly of, we all know the team he had at Barca was a next level, and he got to various Champions League finals.
But why was the team on the next level though?
Because
you can't just put it down on the players.
Because do you know why? No, he had top players. Like I've said already, you can have top players, and you can have vision. Is the going that extra extent, of actually expressing your vision on the pitch. And Pep Guardiola is excellent at that. There's not been any manager, that has so evolutionized like the way football is played more than him, in my opinion. Anyway, I mean, you can throw Arsene in there when he first came on the scene in the Premiership. But this is why I'm putting them in that sort of category, that they have a vision and they're able to exhibit it on the pitch. He did that. He had great players. That's one thing we've got to give.
No, but I agree with you in that sense. But you put in Klopp, in the same category or level as Mourinho and Pep is unfair to Klopp.
But he does have a good record against those coaches, though.
No, but this is not about head to head, because you can be in the league. But I'm talking about.
But still, if we're talking about coaching ability,
Zino.
No, but we're talking about achievements, though.
He's achieved. Look, for his time in management,
one Premier League and 1 Champions League, over the Sunday is on the same level as Pep and Mourinho.
But how long has he been coaching? This is the thing you got to think about. How long has he been in the competition?
And look how long Mourinho has been coaching. He's been coaching since Porto times. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You putting Klopp in the same level as Mourinho, it is disrespectful.
No,
Mourinho won 2 in a row. Yeah, left, came back to the Premier League and still won it. Like what Mourinho has done over his career, you can't even compare it to Klopp. Like Klopp hasn't been there. Like Klopp, you have to compare Klopp to like Zidane's, like the young ones that are here. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Ancelotti's and Mourinho, he's not there yet.
I'm sorry, man. I'm going to have to disagree. I'm going to have to disagree.
Humbly,
honestly, humbly again. And look, I'm usually not humble, So
I know, that's why I'm surprised.
I'm trying to get you to really understand what we're saying. Listen, you can only judge him by what he's achieved in the time that he has, okay? Now, you saying so like Mourinho's won and gone and come back. Well, Jurgen Klopp has not had to do that, right? He's been at Mainz, like Will said, I haven't really followed his sort of career when he was there, but it seemed like he done amazing things because Mainz wasn't, they're not a top club. And when he went to Dortmund, no one will argue with what he done there. You can see the players that he bought, how much he bought them for, and how much those players have been sold off for. Yeah, so we can tell. You can tell. Yeah, not only is he able to exhibit sort of like his vision on the pitch, he's able to take players to a next level. And these other managers that we're mentioning of, you've mentioned like the Guardiolas, the Mourinho's, yeah, and even Mourinho, I wouldn't even put him in the category of being able to take players to a certain level. I mean, unless the players are already made.
Are you right?
I think he did at Chelsea. He did. I would say.
Oh my days! The disrespect.
Which players?
Hey, wait,
Terry, Lampard.
But look.
And Lampard.
Coach, we've had this conversation before. Coach, don't try. Listen. I'm not even saying the big players. Yeah. Did you know who Milito was before he won the Champions League with Inter? If you say you knew who he was, you're lying.
What are you talking about?
Nah, he was good in Spain. He was a good Spanish striker. Like
Milito Zaragoza.
Come on, stop it, man. You didn't know though until he scored in the Champions League final. Oh, Milito. But before that season, he didn't know who he was. That's facts.
All right, Zino, you're telling me who I knew, yeah? All right, look, the long and short of the matter is, yeah, Klopp is in the category with the so-called managers. By his achievement in the time he's been coaching, you cannot argue the fact here he's a winner. And so are those two managers. Therefore, he's in the same category.
But for me, it's not. Yeah, but for me, it's not just the achievement. For me, like when I look at this Liverpool team, I think the thing that stands out to me and why I compare it to other great teams is the way they play. If you look at Klopp's counter-pressing game, like his footballing philosophy, I think as well as achievements, managers get heralded for their achievements, but also it's the way that Pep gets heralded is because of the way Barcelona, the way he plays football. I think the thing with Klopp is his counter-pressing game that he's done at Liverpool, but also did at Dortmund as well. I think it's carried across two different leagues, and I think you have to give him credit for that. His philosophy of play, is in conjunction with also his achievements too.
Sorry, Andrea, but I do give him credit. Yeah, as I said, right now he's the best manager and coach in the world, isn't it? But I'm saying,
he goes into the category.
Sorry.
So you have to put him in the same category. How can you say?
No. You're definitely getting it wrong. Right, I'm talking about right now. He is, but historically, he's not there yet. You know what I'm saying? My point is, look, if football were to finish now, Klopp wouldn't even make the top 5
based on what? Based
on everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Based on everything. Like, if football were to stop right now, Klopp wouldn't be in the top 5 managers or coaches ever. You wouldn't be in that. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be there. But I'm saying right now,
I think it's too early to put him in that conversation now. But I think
that's what I'm trying to say. But at the moment, he's the best coach in the world. But I'm saying historically, he's not on their level.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point.
No, but I think that point is only being made yet on the fact of the amount of trophies he's won. Otherwise, what we really talking about?
Yeah, but how can you be the best or something? Yeah, when you haven't even won in your sports like that, like
you see that big deal. This is what I'm talking about. His argument is on the point of trophies. You see what I mean? But evidently he's not being coached.
No, but it is part of football. No, how can you be the best or something that I have no achievements?
No, it is. You're right. I'm not arguing that. My point is, he's not been in at the top level as long as Pep or Mourinho, to have won as many trophies as them. But if you
go, let me ask something. Yeah, okay. Before he won the Champions League, what was your thought about Klopp before you won the Champions League with Liverpool? What was your thought by that time?
What are you saying? Whilst he was at Liverpool or when?
Yeah, no. When he was at Liverpool, and after he lost the first Champions League final, what was your thought about Klopp then?
Oh, I had an opinion about him before he got there.
Yeah, cool. But obviously But my point is, him winning the Champions League and the Premier League now is giving more confidence to say your argument to back it up because now he's won.
Of course.
You wouldn't have this energy if he became second and he lost the Champions League. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. Him winning is making your case even more. And he has. My point is, he hasn't won to that level yet. People have won back-to-back leagues, Champions League. He hasn't done that yet. So you put him in the same conversation that that coach today is
okay.
Crazy.
So you help me with this. You help me with this. Yeah. Guardiola never won Champions League back-to-back. Since he left Barcelona, he's not been to a Champions League final.
Okay.
So what was your point? You just made a point, yeah, that
but look,
Jurgen Klopp has not won it back to back.
My Pep situation is different though. The way Pep won it, he didn't just win the Champions League. He won the treble. His first, I'm trying to say, he won the treble the first year. I'm saying Klopp didn't do that. The impact that Pep had in football and in us, yeah, it just automatically put him in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? And then he won it in 2011. Look, I'm saying, like, what Pep, even what look, Pep doesn't even have to win the Champions League, yeah. When City won the 100 points, it was like, if he done it in Germany, the Germany League, if he done it in Spain, the Spain League, he done it in the Premier League, 100 points.
But can I say something?
And people say, yeah, that season that he won 100 points was better than the season that Liverpool won the Champions League.
Whoever says that, let them get to me because they don't know what they're talking about.
Oh my God.
Let me make my point.
This is 100 points in the Premier League, in the hardest league in the world.
Point.
You say the
hardest, guys,
the entertaining, whatever. He 100 points, 100.
Guys, can I say something? Yeah, you know, sometimes we misunderstand because we look at points here and sometimes we become so excited about that. You know that season, the season they got the 100 points. That was the only good thing they done that season. They didn't do anything. The season
they won 4 trophies, bro.
No. They won 4 trophies last year. The season they got 98 points. Yeah, let me tell you. Let's go through the statistics here. Let's look at the numbers. So the season where they got 100 points, they played 57 games the whole season. Yeah, he won 46 games, drew 4, and lost 7. Do you know what his points per match was? 2.49. Now let's go to the season he won by 98 points. Yeah, they played 67 the whole season. He won 52, drew 3, lost 6, and his points per match was 2.61. We talk about numbers, don't lie. Yeah, that season last year was much better than this season. Last season they won the FA Cup. They won the Premiership. They won everything but the Champions League. The season they got 100 points, they only won the Premiership. I get it. We want to get excited, yeah? We want to get excited by points.
But you're making the case why Pep is in that conversation and Klopp is not there yet. You know what I'm saying? All the numbers just put and saying that even the 98 season was better than the 100 season. You're making my point that what Pep has achieved, even without the Champions League, has been crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's up there. Klopp, at the moment he's number 1. But historically, he wouldn't be there yet unless he breaks all them. Like, if he breaks all them season, like Will said at the start, all the numbers, most wins, most. You know what I'm saying, there maybe he can, maybe.
Look. We've all been in the Premiership here, or let's say we're talking about the Premiership. How can this guy not be put into the category of those managers? Yeah, and I mean, listen. If you're talking about since the beginning of football till now, your argument here, you only can justify it if you're looking at trophies won. If you're talking about sheer level of management prowess and the ability to move from one end to another and turn a team from what
he's still not top 5.
I think we will agree to disagree then.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. No, wait. You would you put your top 5 if we using your criteria?
Top 5 of what?
Managers.
Of managers using your criteria that you just said.
Managers that I have seen.
See what I'm saying? Now you're changing.
No, I'm asking you managers that I've seen in my lifetime.
I'm saying using the criteria you just said it. You said finish. I'm saying you name your 5 managers
in my lifetime.
Yeah, or whatever, historically, whatever you want to put.
No, I can't do historically because I don't really care about managers that I've never seen or players.
Okay, in your lifetime. In
my lifetime, Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp. I'll put Arsene Wenger in there in his early years. I'll put obviously Mourinho in there, and I'll put Job Heynckes in there. And
also Alex Ferguson.
Right, yeah, see, I forgot about Alex.
That's why Jurgen Klopp has to come out.
Why?
Wait.
Why?
Wait. Listen. It's fair enough here that I forgot Sir Alex here. But I'll just calling out managers that I remember in my lifetime. If you want me to put top 5 with all these managers, yeah, let's agree on who the top 10 are, let's say, and I'll pick you my top 5 out of them.
No, but I'm saying,
you just pick your top 5.
Thank you.
Your top 5.
But listen, my point to you guys is this, yeah? Clearly, when I was mentioning them, I forgot about Sir Alex Ferguson, and no one in their right mind, if they remember Sir Alex Ferguson, will leave him out, because he's a top manager by achievement, whatever, and I've seen him in my lifetime. In calling out those managers here, I forgot, obviously, because he's not in management right now, right?
Okay, so if we were to say the top 10 managers, we'll say Fergie, Wenger, Zidane, Pep, Jupp Heynckes.
That one is easy.
I'm naming 10. I'm naming 10 managers so you can pick your top 5.
Okay, let's go.
Go.
So we got Alex.
So we can all agree on Alex, Wenger, Pep Guardiola,
Mourinho,
Ancelotti,
Mourinho, Ancelotti.
Yeah.
That's 5, yeah. Then
Capello.
Yeah. Jupp Heynckes, with what he achieved at Bayern. Mad guy, he's a mad manager. So that's 7 we got so far. Jurgen Klopp, because Daniel was to throw him in there. So that's 8.
But the guy that won the Finns manager, the German
Del Bosque.
Del Bosque, yeah.
Del Bosque.
The man from Germany, man, the coach, the national manager.
Jogi Löw.
Yeah. Joachim Löw. Okay, Daniel, there's your 10. Give me your top 5.
So yeah, I've got Sir Alex, I got Arsene, Ancelotti, Mourinho, Capello, Pep. Sorry, no. So I've got more than 10 on my list. But anyway, I can pick easily from this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'd just like to ask you, is Jurgen Klopp in that top 5?
Yes.
How?
God, oh my God.
Wait, hold on. Why don't we do it this way? Yeah, I'll pick my top 5. You go ahead, AJ, pick your top 5, and please, Zino, pick your top 5. And Will, if you want to get part of the game, you do as well.
Cool.
Should we do that?
Yeah, go.
Let's do that.
Should we do that?
Let's do it.
All right, cool.
The Alex obviously will go in it.
Okay, so this is yours, yeah?
This is mine. Sir Alex will go in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put your Pankers in it.
Mm-hmm.
I will put Pep Guardiola in it.
Mm-hmm.
I got 3 left, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll put Klopp in there.
What? Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp. I'll put Jurgen Klopp in there. Are we okay?
Yeah.
Fam, boy, I don't know.
Okay. Leave him. Let him go. Yeah, go
Then, you know what? In fact, here, that's my top 4, and it's a toss-up between Arsene Wenger and Jose Mourinho. The rest I don't even need to mention.
Deep what you said.
It's a toss-up. I'll say it again so you lot understand carefully, yeah? And quote me everywhere. My top 4, quote me everywhere. My top 4, Sir Alex, Jupp Heynckes, Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, and then the 5th is a toss-up between Arsene and Jose Mourinho. And so you can flip a coin, call heads or tail, whichever it lands on, you can put them in my top 5. How about that?
All right, let's say you guys as top 5.
There we go.
No, Will, give us yours.
No. He's the host. He's asking you, give your top 5.
Okay, Zino.
Yo.
Drop your top 5.
Cool. My top 5 will be Pep, Ancelotti, Mourinho, Sir Alex Ferguson, and Capello.
Ooh, I threw Capello in there.
There we go. Everyone has whatever turns them on, innit? And Capello turns them on, apparently.
Listen, Klopp is not even. He shouldn't even be part of the list. It's not even there.
You're forgiven. Your sins are forgiven for saying that.
You're too rude.
AJ,
we've won Premier League and 1 Champions League is now top 5.
All right,
oh my! Look, he's been
You're a prisoner of the moment. Prisoner of the moment. That's what you are.
I've got to drop in Sir
Oh
Alex.
my Lord, he's confused.
I've got to drop in Sir Alex because
no one will argue with that.
His record speaks for itself. Pep comes in because this guy's gone around the leagues and won everything. Mourinho has to be in there. Bro, his career speaks for himself. Then I'm going to throw in Carlo Ancelotti, who I feel like a lot of people underrate, but I don't understand the levels he's achieved in the football game. And I'm going to go for my 5th one. It's definitely not Jurgen Klopp. I'm going to go for Del Bosque because
what he did with Spain was unbelievable.
That's a hype. That's a hype. Del Bosque is a hype.
Oh my what?
Okay. Del Bosque is a hype.
Dad, okay.
So you're top 5.
Look, from the very moment you put Jurgen Klopp in a conversation of some of the best managers ever, like he's not there yet. I'm not saying he's not a great man. He's just not there yet because these managers that we've listed here. Oh my days, Dan.
Wait. So let's settle something. Let's settle something. Yeah. Let's settle something. Let's settle something, please. Let me express my thought before I finish here. So, yeah, I was in a long sort of like debate with Zino, yeah, because apparently, yeah, Klopp has not done enough for him to be mentioned with these managers. But you put Del Bosque, but again, I have to be in a debate with you because Del Bosque done decent with the Spanish team, winning the World Cup and the.
No, but he won the Champions League twice with Real Madrid.
He's forgetting. Apparently, he's a hype.
But listen. Did you hear his point? I was going off by his point that he made.
Okay.
Yeah, but you want more than
and then you look. Listen, Klopp here. You are not understanding. Let me tell you why you're not understanding. Yeah, because fair enough, Del Bosque did good. Yeah, in his club management with Real Madrid. Yeah. The Spanish team that he managed, did they not pick themselves?
What does that mean?
But to be honest, to win the World Cup and then the European Championship,
bro, listen, Daniel, you see what you're saying, yeah? He said, did the players not pick themselves? But then, have you ever... No, that's one of a manager's hardest jobs. You have a collection of great talents and to make them work. Bro, come on, man.
Why does that statement hold water when you lot said it? But when I'm telling you, Jurgen Klopp, what Jurgen Klopp has done, yeah, doesn't hold water.
Bro, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, yeah. Listen to what I'm saying.
Del Bosque is in there because he's managed longer than Jurgen Klopp.
Coach.
No, Dan.
Coach. Coach. Listen to what I'm saying.
Which competition is the hardest to win in football?
Champions League.
So you're telling me the Champions League is harder to win it than the World Cup?
Yeah, the Champions League, I would say.
Champions
League. Champions League.
Of course, Champions League. What are you talking about?
What?
Champions League, hands up.
God, you are mad.
Let me say something. Let me put on record right now, yeah?
What record?
Put it on.
The World Cup is a tournament that happens every 4 years, yeah?
That's why it's harder to win.
No.
That's silly. It's harder to win.
A competition that you play every season, yeah, it is more easier to win than a competition you have to play every 4 years.
No, but look at the quality of teams that you'll come against. Come up against.
But you're playing against the no. In a Champions League, you're not playing against the best.
Yeah.
In the World Cup, you're playing against the best in the world. In the Champions League,
but the best players in the world play in the Champions
League. Play in Europe, exactly. What conversation are we having right now?
Listen.
Okay, guys, I think we're getting a bit off topic.
What's next on the agenda?
Wait. All I'm gonna say is going back to the base of this whole debate. Yeah, Jurgen Klopp has achieved some great things. He is just not ready yet to be in a conversation with some of the greatest of all time.
Hey, when we refer to him, refer to him as Jurgen Klopp. Yeah, Jurgen Klopp. Put some respect on his name.
I'm a big fan of his, yeah. I'm a big fan of his.
But not enough for him to be
your think right now,
you will put Ancelotti ahead of Jurgen Klopp.
Right now, he can't be held in these conversations. If we're talking about the greatest managers ever. He can't be. I'm sorry.
You put Klopp in your top 5 only because you won the Premier League and the Champions League, 2 trophies. Now is top 5.
He's got back-to-back German league titles as well.
I know. Why is Ancelotti in your top 5? Why is Ancelotti in your top 5?
Ancelotti. Oh my days.
No.
3 times in a row. 3 times in a row.
He won 3 times in a row.
Hey, Zino.
The German League.
Zino, these men are saying the Champions League is the hardest competition ever, but Ancelotti's won it 3 times. So why can't Ancelotti win it once?
Wait, Ancelotti's won it 3 times?
Yes.
Name me them.
Oh my God!
Name me them.
Okay, cool.
I'm not arguing it. I'm saying name them.
2002
With who?
with AC.
Okay.
Yeah,
2007 with AC. 2014 with Real Madrid.
3.
Oh, you're quiet now, innit? Oh.
No, but wait, hold on.
See, you're
But listen. Listen to me. Listen, Zino.
Don't come in.
Zino and AJ, listen, yeah? First of all, we spoke about managers that we've seen in our lifetime, and you lot pick Ancelotti, yeah? And this guy goes to me, yeah? I'm only picking him because he won the Champions League last year, okay? And he's won the Premiership this year. He says it as if he's making a good point. My argument is that's not a good point because you are talking about, yeah, managers that have been coaching at the top level longer than Jurgen Klopp. And the reason why we're referring to these managers as being great, yeah, is because of trophies won. Now, I suppose the argument will be justified.
No,
if
but
Jurgen... No, let me finish. I think, yeah, the argument, yeah, will be even better if we wait for them all to retire, then we talk about it.
Fair enough. We'll wait until that moment. Okay, let's move on, guys.
Because otherwise, there's nothing.
Yeah, let's move on. So,
but it's also about the brand of football that these managers play as well.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, does Ancelotti's teams play better football than Jurgen Klopp's?
Wait. Does
Mourinho's team play better football than Jurgen Klopp's?
Wait.
Does Capello's team play better football than Jurgen Klopp?
I'm gonna ask you one question, and I don't. And if you need to answer this question very well, otherwise today I'll leave this podcast. Did you see Ancelotti at Napoli? The brand of football Napoli were playing. Oh, bro,
yeah.
don't.
Yeah, when they outscored every team in the league, yeah.
Yes, 2018.
Okay.
When he took over Napoli, and do you see the brand? Napoli? I'm not even gonna. And look, whoever's listening, if you want, come and hit me. I can say this with my whole chest, on camera, on pod, on record, whatever you want to call it. Napoli that year played the best football. No one played better football than Napoli that year.
Okay. Nobody. But AJ, that's fair and well for you to make that comment, yeah. But on the basis of what we've been arguing right now, yeah, that point is void. Of course, listen to me. Jurgen Klopp played amazing football with the lesser team of Dortmund and won the league back to back in Germany.
And they went to the Champions League final.
Say that again.
Listen, let me say that again. Clean your ears and listen to this carefully. Jurgen Klopp won the league back to back and got to a Champions League final, yeah, with a lesser team in Germany, right? Playing great football. And yes, he did. But anyway,
do you remember the players that were in that team?
Let's go through the team. Oh. So are you saying, are you saying here Jurgen Klopp's team was better than Ancelotti's Napoli team?
Yes. Do you remember the team that Klopp had in Dortmund?
Yes, I do.
Lewandowski, Gundogan.
Thank you.
Royce, man.
Keep proving my point. Yes. Do you know how much he bought Lewandowski?
What do you mean we're proving your point?
Do you know how much he spent on Lewandowski?
How much?
No.
5 million. No. Listen, let's go. Let's keep talking.
You're missing the point here, Dan. You said yeah, that the Napoli team was better than the Dortmund team he had then. No, I never said that. That never came out of my mouth. The point I was making is this. Let me make my point again, yeah? Listen, you made the point of Ancelotti's Napoli, okay? And you said they played the best football and they outscored the teams in the even in that league. This is my point, yeah? Jurgen Klopp, yeah? Let's say he had the second best team in Germany, yeah? Won the league, yeah? Back to back against Bayern Munich, okay? Playing his brand of football. Ancelotti had this Napoli team who outscored everyone in that league, played amazing football, and he won nothing with them. He won nothing with them. Why? Do you know why he didn't win anything? No, but do you know why he didn't win anything?
Because he didn't win. Why didn't he win?
Why didn't he talk with the facts, bro?
Why didn't he win?
Because
why didn't he win?
Him and the chairman, let me talk them. Him and the chairman were at loggerheads. Then they decided to terminate his contract. The chairman wanted to move man.
You're talking about the following season. Did he not finish that season? Did Ancelotti not?
No, he didn't, fam.
Ancelotti fam. Napoli.
He didn't, bro.
The season Napoli smashed it. Ancelotti didn't finish the season with them.
Bro, I believe
he had that season, and then
You're
he
not
left.
saying what you're saying. You're not saying it with your chest.
No,
You're
but
not saying it with your
coach,
chest.
coach,
Hold on.
coach. Before, yeah, coach,
you.
coach, you asked a very silly question, yeah, before, which was, who plays the better football, Klopp or Mourinho? Listen, it depends what type of player you are and what you like seeing. If you're the type of player that you like passing and tiki-taka, of course you're gonna go for Pep. But if you like that football that is fast, pressing, you go for Klopp. So it's about opinion. You can't say, oh, he's done the football.
Okay,
you can't
fair
base it on
enough.
facts.
If it's about opinion, yeah. If it's about opinion, it wasn't
You
really a
can't base it
stupid
on facts.
question. It wasn't.
You saying you play.
If it was opinion, it was my opinion against what you're giving now. So it wasn't really a stupid question. It was just an opinion that you
but you're saying like you can back it up with facts. Or you've got the best football. You can't back it up with facts. You can't back it up with.
I never said that. Rewind. Listen back to this. I never said you can back it up with facts. I said
No, I know. I didn't say you said that. I said the way you said it. Yeah, you was going off like you can back it up with facts, but you can't. Like arguments like that, yeah, questions like that, it's about opinions. Like someone like David Silva, yeah, you will prefer Pep.
We're talking about a manager, yeah, that's been to the Champions League 3 times in a row. Yeah? 3 times in a row. Okay? Sorry, yeah, been to the Champions League 2 times in a row. And won the previous year, yeah? No, but
3 times, twice, mate, twice.
Okay, he won it. He's gone twice in a row. The fact of the matter is, you can't say the same thing about Mourinho. You can't say the same thing about Pep Guardiola.
Let's go back to our Ancelotti talk, man.
Wait, how about he done that?
What's next on the agenda?
Okay, guys, let's try and move on. We can continue this debate another time.
Coach,
all right, so
he knows he's on ropes, man. He knows, man.
All right, so
on ropes. It's because we're going in circles. You're not coming up with anything new. Someone was going to say Zidane. Someone was going to say Zidane. Zidane's won the league once.
Yeah, but
Zidane's won the league once.
But listen.
Jurgen Klopp has won the league 3 times.
Okay, cool. You said to me that the Champions League is the hardest competition in football. Yeah.
Yes.
So him winning the 3 times, yeah, and Klopp winning the league 3 times. Which one is better? Let me know, and we can move on. Let me know which one is better.
No. Okay. Listen.
Why can you answer my question? Why can you answer my? I don't want to hear. Okay,
I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question.
I just want to know Champions League or the league. That's what I want to know.
You said to me, yeah. You said to me, okay, the World Cup is the hardest to win. In fact, it was me and Big Will that agreed that the Champions League is the hardest to win. And
yeah, I believe it's the World Cup. I still believe.
But you know why? You know what it is? Because a tournaments are always the hardest to win. Right? The tournaments, because you only get your chance against, let's say, one team. If it's 2 legs,
but the Champions League is a tournament as well, bro.
The Champions League, do you know why it's easier?
That's what I'm saying.
You can play at home. You got a second leg. Listen, World Cup, 1 game, you're out. That's a play. You have to come.
The World Cup works the same way as Champions League does. What are you talking about?
What? You can't play
stage and you have knockout.
You can't play at home and away.
You can't play at home and away, bro. There's no.
No, but I'm talking about the knockout. The knockout structure.
1 game, you're home, bro. If you lose, you're home. Gone.
But you're talking about a tournament, yeah, that you play. Listen, you're talking about a tournament, yeah, that you play once. I mean, every 4 years. In fact, if the World Cup was on this year, guess what? We would have missed it because of COVID. Champions League. Guess what? We're going to play Champions League.
But what does that mean?
It don't even compare. I'm trying to tell you, it don't even compare.
But listen, there was no World Cup this year. Just can't say that. There's no World Cup this year, bro.
Come on, my friend.
Listen, there was no World Cup this year, bro.
Big Will.
Thank you. I think everyone knows
all right.
that.
Okay, so
let's move on, man.
I've enjoyed this. Maybe we need a point 2. Let's go on.
All right, so let's look at this Liverpool team and try and compare it to some of the great teams of the last sort of 10 years or so. So I'm just gonna present.
This one's even gonna be longer, man. This one's even gonna be longer.
I'm just gonna.
Nah, this one is a very simple one, man.
Yeah,
I'm just
gonna name some candidates. So you've got the 2010-2011 Pep Guardiola Barcelona team, which Sir Alex himself said is the best team he's ever faced.
It's really close.
No chance.
Guys, let me finish. All right, so you got the Bayern Munich team from 2012 to 2013. You've got the Barcelona team, 14 to 15. Luis
Enrique.
That's it. You got the Jose Mourinho's Inter Milan team. You got Pep Guardiola's Man City team last year. You got this Liverpool team. You got the Real Madrid team, 2016-2017. and Atletico Madrid 2013-2014. And some honourable mentions: Juventus from 14 to 15, and then even Monaco 2016-2017.
That Monaco team was serious, bro. Oh my days.
So who are you guys going with in the last 10 years, including this year?
Let Coach Down goes first, man, so we can give him knowledge after that.
I like that he's made a friend. I like that he's made a friend on the podcast. So I will forfeit me going first and let them choose. Because they're more likely going to pick the same team. I think they're texting each other. So pick your teams, then I'll pick them.
Hey, coach, go ahead, man. You're the coach here. Let us know your respect.
No, pick your team. I went first round. I want to give you this.
I haven't picked yet.
Wait. Big Will. Are
Yeah,
we talking about like? Are we talking about per season? Like obviously, like 2019, 2020. Is like
we're talking per season, season. So
right, cool. And you're asking where does this Liverpool rank in the decade?
Yeah.
I believe, that this season Liverpool side does not come in the top 5 in this decade. I believe there are 5 better teams than this Liverpool side that have played in this decade. So
okay, go ahead, name them, and then we can digest.
I would say the Barca.
Yeah.
So the 09-010.
Yep.
So that's one. I believe Bayern. I'm not putting them in order, but I'm saying the teams like that. So Bayern, the treble season.
Yeah.
I believe Barca again. The 11. And I believe so. That's 3. So my 4th one would be So my 4th one would be Barca with Luis Enrique.
Yeah.
The MSN.
And my last one is between Liverpool last season or Real Madrid 017 when they beat Juve in the final. I think those are the. So I'm stuck between them two, but that would be my top 5.
Okay, AJ.
Wow. Barca 09-010.
So wait, this was the one that won the Champions League against United, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Quickly, can I say something, please? Quickly.
Yeah.
09-010, Barca did not win the Champions League.
I think they mean 08-09.
But we can't count that. We can't count that.
Yeah, no, we can't count that. Yeah.
Sorry. Cool. So I would take that.
That's a little education for you guys just there.
All right, thank you. So I would take that team out, and I'll put the Liverpool last season and obviously Real Madrid.
Okay.
So Liverpool goes in there anyway then. So Liverpool goes in your top 5 anyway.
But he said Liverpool. He said Liverpool last season.
Not this season. Like the last season.
Yeah, but
okay, let's no.
Explain after. Carry on.
Yeah. AJ.
Wait, hold on. That coach. Barca did win the league. Barca did win the Champions League 08-09. Well, you saying that we can't include it because it's
2009, 2010. Remember, Jose Mourinho's Inter won it.
Inter, yeah.
And remember, we're talking about.
Okay, so but wait, 2010, 2011, Barca won it. So that Barca.
Yeah, that Barca. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
The Real Madrid that beat Juve, that's a serious team. The Bayern that won the treble, they won the treble. I don't think anyone could touch them in Europe. Liverpool team last year because they actually won the Champions League. And my 5th one. Barca 2014-2015, man.
Yeah, no
doubt. Coach?
Yeah, that's me.
Shout out to my German, Jupp Heynckes, 12 and 13.
Wait. Are you putting it in order?
No, I'm not. I'm just mentioning. I just said shout out. See, why you getting rattled? Why you getting rattled?
Because you know you can't put them in order. You know you can't.
But you know,
just saying,
funny,
you know you
if
can't.
we were to go that way, it will just be based off opinions again.
Yes, it
according
will
to
be
what
based
we-
on
But
opinions.
I got the facts though.
What facts do you have, please?
No,
About
no,
your team?
you
coach,
do yours, you do yours,
coach.
you do yours.
Shout out to your pankers. Much respect. Shout out to Barca, Luis Enrique's MSN 14-15.
I'm serious.
I'll go Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool as well.
Which
one?
year?
Which one?
Okay, give me a few seconds to explain to you why. Yeah, me, I don't even see the difference between the team last year and this year.
Oh my days! How can you not see the difference?
Dan,
fam?
the team last year won the
Champions League.
Champions League.
Well, let's
Because
just Dan. I know what you mean, but let's just break it down just year by year.
okay, then I'll pick last year's one.
Okay.
I like Pep Guardiola's team last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yeah, I would have pushed Mourinho's Inter the
2010.
2010 in there, but the reason I'm not even going to push them in there, yeah, because the state of the Italian league then, yeah,
Was dire.
the way it was, he was always going to win that. So
It was on the way down.
I won't put him in there for that. But I think that was 5 I mentioned. No,
Yeah, I think that's 5.
I think.
Do you know what we're forgetting?
What?
What?
Because actually, no.
All right, let me give my top 5 then.
Go on.
Go on.
Definitely Barcelona 2010, 2011, Barcelona 2014, 2015, Bayern Munich 2012, 2013, and then Real Madrid 16, 17, and then this year's Liverpool.
This year.
Wow. So what you think this year's Liverpool is better than last year's Liverpool?
Yeah, I think if this version of Liverpool played last year's version, this year's would win.
No, but
What does it mean if they played?
bro?
I think they've had a better season this year than last year. I think the dominance. Yeah.
In what sense, Will? In what sense?
The dominance
You're saying
to
that
win, to have. If you think about the history of the Premier League, to think that a team could be 25 points ahead of the team that got 100 points the year before, I think is unprecedented.
I'm not going to argue. You know me, where I stand with Jurgen
That's a
Klopp.
very good point, to be fair.
You know where I stand with Jurgen Klopp.
25 points in a major league. No, that's
Speak to them. Speak to your listeners. Speak to your other co-hosts.
Wait.
No, but wait, Dan, coach.
I don't get what you're trying to say, Carl.
I don't get your point right now. Get your point right now. We're not saying we don't rate Jurgen Klopp. We're not saying that. We're just saying we can't hold him in the regard as one of the best managers or greatest ever because he's not there yet.
You know what?
I believe he'll get it.
For that cheeky statement, my man said, yeah, that coach Daniel, I'm officially removing Liverpool out of my top 5, and I'm putting Inter Milan, the interchangeable inside.
I rattled him.
Liverpool.
He's rattled.
oh man.
He's rattled. Look,
Guys, all right, guys. You've been listening to another episode of The Front Three. Myself, Big Will,
Zino,
AJ, Coach Dan, and of course Zino. See you next week.